Hey family, I had a dream a few nights ago that I've been thinking about sharing with you guys. For some reason, my mother, her name is Judy, and it means woman of Judea. And the Lord is pretty much established in dreams that He gives me that she represents unbelieving Israel, or sometimes, or represents the law, like people that are under the law. And in real life, she's not really like that, but that's who she always seems, that's just established in my dreams, that's who she seems to represent. And so anyway, I had several dreams where she represented them, and her being under the law, or being Israel. And one time she had white letters embedded in her scalp, and she was sitting in a chair, and I had a comb, like you would have like a flea comb or something, combing them out of her hair and scalp, and it was me trying to teach, people that are under the law, that we're not who think they're under the law, believers, how to walk according to the Spirit, not according to the letter, but according to the Spirit. And the letters were white because the law is good and it's pure and holy. But for us, it works as a condemnation, because we can't keep it. So anyway, in this dream, I had come home for lunch. I was at work, come home to eat lunch, and I was hungry, and she was there, and she had I had a tall bottle of red wine, it represents Christ, the new wine, and she had it sitting out by the sink, and it had the lid off, and she was going to pour it down. I knew she was going to dispose of it, and I'm like, why do you have my wine out? And she says, like, I'm going to dump it. And I was like, why? I like to drink that, and she's like, no, I'm gonna dump it anyway. And I said, but it's my wine. And she goes, your wine, huh? And she had just made this pot of brownies, I guess. She cooked it, and she was gonna share it with me, and she just she took it and stomped off in a huff and left. And those are like junk food, okay? And I remember thinking in the dream, well, I came home for lunch, I didn't want junk food anyway, I wanted a healthy meal, right? And I remember thinking that in the dream. And Christ is that healthy meal, and He is the Christian life. He's our life, and everything else we count as dung. And like Paul did, to live as Christ. The life I now live is Christ, and that's our hope of glory, is Christ in us. So people want to make the Christian life about something other than Christ, and they want to mock it. And I'd had that vision I shared with you guys like a few weeks ago, where I was drinking wine, and I don't even drink wine in real life, guys. That's why it's funny I'm having these dreams. But I was drinking wine, and red wine, and people were standing around me. The crowd was getting angrier and angrier and mocking me and saying, and it was delicious. The more I drank, the more delicious it was. And they were like, you're just getting more and more stupid, like the more you drink. And that's what's happening around us. The people that don't understand, because their carnal mind doesn't understand the spiritual things of God, and they want to mock the doctrine of Christ, and say that it's about, they say, that's not the meat of the word. The meat of the word is Christ, and you can't grow except in Him. And they think He's only the milk, He's just not a reality to them. So anyway, I just wanted to share that dream with you. Is what people are wanting to do, is take our wine, the new wine, and dump it down the sink and try to replace it with law and commandments. And we say no in the name of Jesus. We won't let anybody steal our crown, of our abundant entrance. They can't take our salvation, but they could take our joy if we fall for their lies and their false teachings, and let them Galatianize us. So no, I say no to that, and I say yes to Jesus Christ. All right, I love you guys.